Let me tell you a little bit about my weekend. I'm pretty new to all this. I bought this Helix Stadium. I've had the floor for 2 or 3 years, and I ordered the stadium, and guy that plays bass in the band I'm in, he said, "Man, you ought to start doing some YouTube videos on it. Nobody has this thing yet, so people are going to want to see it." And so I got OBS Studio and bought a USB mic and phone stand and everything so I could use my phone as the camera. Plugged the USB mic in it. It came up no problem first thing. Um, Went to plug my Helix into it, my Stadium, and it wouldn't work. The meter on OBS just wouldn't move, no matter what. I then spent about 4 hours on Saturday downloading drivers, trying again, resetting, rebooting, over and over and over. Got up on Sunday, same thing, kept trying. So I said, well, maybe it's OBS. So I went over to just the sound recorder and plugged it in there. I could get about half a second of sound. So I knew, to me, I was thinking, okay, it's not a problem with the Helix. It's got to be a Windows thing. So there I go diving into drivers and researching and reading, but probably spent a total of 8 hours trying to get this Helix into OBS. So I'd about given up. I routed the Helix Stadium through the Helix floor for now. It helped. I did the A/B test yesterday, and that was cool. But uh, I'm gonna sell the floor is my goal and just use the stadium. So I knew that was a temporary thing. I thought maybe I need to download Ableton or ProLogic or something because the stadium's sending 4 channels, or eight in, 8 out. So I was thinking that's got to be the problem. Is I hooked up my floor and it was just like the USB mic. As soon as I hooked it up, started working. But anyway, so here's how I solved this problem. I came in today and turned my laptop on to Helix Edit and Stadium Edit, and it popped up. A little pop-up came up, said update available. So I downloaded that, and then it said download firmware update. And I knew that they don't have the Wi-Fi updates available yet, so I got my USB cord out, hooked it up to it. This is kind of another story, but it took me about an hour to realize to update the firmware on the stadium. If you have a stadium and you're having this problem, turn the Wi-Fi off on the stadium. I did a backup. The way they have the backup on the stadium is really cool. You just do it straight to an SD card. It took like 3 seconds to do. It was great. But anyway, I finally figured out you had to turn the Wi-Fi off on the stadium because it's trying to communicate via Wi-Fi instead of through the USB cable. So I downloaded the update, finally figured that out, got the firmware updated, and somewhere in the problem I was having, I was doing some research and it said USB fix. So I thought, maybe this is it. And plugged it up after everything was done updating, hooked it up, opened the OBS Studio, and voila, we've got sound from the Helix Stadium. So just because I'm so happy that we got this done, I'm going to end this video with just a little bit of that, if nothing else, just to test it out. So thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. go a little happy wah here.